The film, The Colourful Prince, Okparaeze, is a film that follows an effeminate man whose right to the throne is being questioned by the king's cabinet, that he doesn't fit their masculine ideal. This film, it critiques rigid societal, cultural, and religious norms. And it also shows how bias can sideline capable hands. You can see it shows, it explores conformity and self-expression. And ultimately, this film argues about acceptance, inclusivity, and a broader look of what strength and authority can look like. I would advise everyone to see this movie. Thank you.
Well, the movie Okparaeze, The Colourful Prince, I would say it questions tradition in one way because it challenges masculinity as a requirement for leadership. Traditionally, we realize that in many African societies, including Nigeria, with particular reference to within the Igbo cosmology, it's been assumed that princes, kings, chiefs must be manly, masculine, or strong. So in the movie Okparaeze, you see that the prince is effeminate, and in that sense, it doesn't align traditionally with the expectation of the people. So the chiefs now, they assume that, they believe that because the prince is effeminate, it automatically disqualifies him from ascending the throne. So you begin to question if leadership is being tied to one's gender expression. So during the modern era, there's a philosopher, Francis Bacon. He talked about the idols. So one of these four idols that is relevant to this theme, to this movie, Okparaeze, is the idolatry, the idol of the tribe, in the sense that because of you know me, you know my background, you know my tribe, then you tend, it impedes your knowledge to look beyond my gender expression. So because you know where I'm coming from, you know what I can do, my look, my expression, then you tend to, instead of looking beyond to see my capabilities, you are judging me already from the way I talk, the way I express myself. So I think leadership instead should be based on one's wisdom, vision, and their knowledge, rather than looking at their gender expression. Besides, leadership should be based on one's capabilities, their wisdom, their knowledge, their impact to society, rather than how they behave, how they act, or how they look. And then secondly, the movie Okparaeze also challenges, like it calls out gender exclusion in society. In the movie, we realize that women were not being allowed to sit in council meetings, make law decisions, and then also settle disputes. So you realize that even Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, in one of her notable works, and We Should Be Feminists, talked about where we are silencing the voices of the women, which is very, very wrong. So rather, we are only looking at the patriarchal systems where men are only seen as being capable of ruling, whereby excluding the women. So it's challenging that women also, they have this knowledge and they can rule. So instead of looking at women via their gender, we should look at the inclusiveness, what they can do, the impact they have on society. It's all about wisdom. It's all about gender. So it challenges the society in the sense that women themselves are human beings and they can handle leadership and authority.
Okay, just a review on the last movie we just dropped, Okparaeze, The Colourful Prince. Okay, part of the things we were just trying to pass across, the message that is quite vital is on acceptance. The family was actually supportive, regardless of what he identified himself as. If we check, going through the sense of the movie, yes, he was a prince, and then he displayed or he expressed himself a certain way, but that did not, disturb or degrade the way they gave him attention.
that did not affect, whatever entitlement he had. That did not also affect the reaction they gave from him. They still loved him, accepted him that way, and still gave him the opportunity. And then if we check very well, we see that aside from that part of him, of which people were just pointing, like the one of the attention that caught me was actually one of the chiefs, Chief Ebuka. Though he kept pointing at that particular side of him that he feels is not okay. But if you check this in from another angle, you see that this prince actually has all the good attributes. Now, do we now say, okay, because of the way he expresses himself, do we now label him bad because of just how he expressed himself? Okay, let me take it back to what the mother said here.
I know my son. You think I do not know where he's headed? Listen, every mother knows her child. Right from his childhood, I knew this one is different.
Right? Okay, see, she actually understood her son, and then she was still supportive of the son, regardless of what people were saying. That did not make her to like, okay, let's reject this person. Let's, like what we face in our, community today. And that is part of the things you are trying to preach to the general public. Well, just to summarize in a nutshell, we are all human beings, right? Regardless of, what you feel is not okay for you, just give everybody equal attention, equal rights. That's just my message for the public. Thank you.